All right, we are back with another one today in regards to a comparison with the original Ray-Ban Metas and the Meta Ray-Ban displays. For those of you that haven't been following the channel, we have been trying to give you our unbiased opinion on these latest and greatest Halo flagships from Meta and Ray-Ban. We've had a couple takeaways, but we haven't done a full side-by-side comparison between those and obviously the Wayfarers from before. Now, obviously, the first thing you'll actually notice is they are surprisingly similar in design. Yes, obviously, these are a lot larger. However, design-wise, accent with the slant to the frame, with the lenses going in, they're more alike than you would think. So, before we jump into the glasses themselves, let's actually take a look at the charging case because I actually believe this is a huge new selling point with the Meta Ray-Ban displays. With the originals, you had a classic carrying case. It gave you some extra charge, USB-C port on the bottom, and your power button or pairing button on the back as well. And it kind of connected very well, works as anticipated. Simply just set your glasses in, click it right into place, and they would charge as needed. You have that little LED indicator letting you know if it's green for fully charged or yellow that it is charging, but that was it. Not too much to it, but it was not very portable and pocketable. If you were actually out and about, this would take up a lot of room. So, having said that, with these latest ones, with the displays, these are obviously a lot larger, but they managed to tweak this case quite nicely. So, if you want to charge it, you would simply just open it up, turn the glasses around, angle them, and just kind of set them down. Let me put it on the table to make it easier. That's it. And you have your LED indicator right there, letting you know it's charging. An LED indicator on the side, again, letting you know it's charging. And that's it. However, when you put these cases side by side, there is definitely a big difference. This actually looks quite a lot larger than what you would anticipate for being more portable. Well, that's because now, if you are not charging the glasses, if you have them out and about, these actually fold down and you can roll this up and have it flat, almost like a slim line power bank. Now, don't get me wrong, you can't use this to charge other devices, but for those of you that are used to carrying those long, older school 10,000 milliamp hour power banks, this will be somewhat familiar to you. And when it's in this form, you can see the huge difference between the dimensions here. It's still going to be slightly longer, not too much, but definitely going to be enough noticeable for this to be in your pocket and not as awkward as having the old school case in your pocket. So I'm a huge fan of this. I hope they bring this to the rest of the line. But also, one call out I know some people are gonna ask about is, can you use these cases interchangeably? So if you have the old Ray-Bans, yes, they actually do clip into place, and you can see it actually activated the lights on the side. It does charge, as you can see here. So pretty neat to see. It's not a perfect fit. You can see it's a little looser, but the same pin connectors are there and it does charge indeed. So pretty cool in case you actually just wanted a little top off on the go. But if you use these with your displays, they just simply do not fit without forcing it. So don't think I would recommend you using these with an older charging case, unfortunately. But if you are in the market for a pair of these display glasses, you can charge both pairs using this one case at least. So nice to know there as well. And now jumping into the glasses themselves. First thing you're gonna notice is, thanks to not having that extra looking silver ring, the camera here looks a lot harder to see. I'm not sure what it is, if it's the frame or whatnot, but how these are designed, it's not quite as obvious that there's a camera here. They still do have the same LED indicator as you saw from me pressing the button, but it's just so much more hidden. Like when I put these on and look at myself in the mirror, I see the camera. But when these are on, they are far from obvious. Beyond that too, what you'll notice is, in addition to the Ray-Ban logo on the sides here, we actually now have the Meta logo. And in the arms on these glasses, Again, unsurprisingly, you can see they are a lot thicker. These are more function over form. It's more tech over style. So just keep that in mind. Again, I don't think they look bad. They're definitely larger, but they are not as huge as some things that I've seen before on standard pairs of glasses. And then on the other side, you have that Ray-Ban logo, and of course, the Ray-Ban logo in the frame, if you can see it there, as always. Then, beyond that, the frame itself, where the lenses sit. This is something I've talked about in all the videos on the channel so far. The displays simply are just a lot larger and bulkier. Whether you get the standard or large, you can see the difference in thickness. And I think this extra added thickness does cause them to look a little weird. Now, are they going to turn people off of wearing them? No. People that are going to wear these and buy them know what they're getting into. I don't think you're going to have just an everyday shopper walk into a Sunglass Hut or a Ray-Ban store and pick these up, not expecting it to look somewhat different than what these are for. There's a reason they sell both these variations online, depending on the person's style. So beyond that too, I will say one other weird thing as I've worn these for a couple days now, the nose piece on the new ones. So it sits ever so slightly concaved more than what they did on the originals here. And as you can hardly see it, but maybe you can tell in the video here, these have a larger arch where this is a little more compact, and it does make these fit a little higher up on your head than what you might be used to. Not bad by any means, it's not uncomfortable, but depending on your face and how your nose sits, as weird as that sounds, this could somewhat be problematic and it could slide off your face as you're moving around doing day-to-day tasks. So just something to keep in mind. And again, also, thanks to having that display here, it does have those lines that you can see all the time, right on the right side of that lens. So it's hard to see them. Put my hand back here, maybe you can see it a little better. It's really hard to pick up in the video. On the other videos I've done, it has been more visible. And yeah, it doesn't bother me. I think it's actually a really cool look, but when these are sitting in place, you can definitely see that. You cannot, however, ever see the display. It's very interesting. The technology behind this blows me away. It is still 100% amazing. And then the weight. A lot of people are saying these are much heavier than these. There is a few grams difference. I apologize, I don't have that measurement on me or my scale, but yeah, they are almost neglectable. If you're okay with a regular pair of Metas, these are going to be perfectly fine. I've never felt any fatigue wearing them, which is one big thing when you're wearing glasses, especially ones with transition lenses that you're meant to wear all day. Never had an issue with feeling like they needed to come off. So just something I wanted to let you know there. And then also, as you can see in the pictures, when they're side by side, it looks like its little brother, right? The arms are just ever so shorter here, where they're a little longer here. The frames are a little thicker, but nothing, again, out of these features should be able to dissuade you from buying one. And then obviously, we have this back here, the Neuroband. This is not mandatory. I know they're trying to make it seem like this is your only input source. It is not. On the sides for the trackpad, and this is another differentiating factor between both of these, this is not just a quick swipe left and right trackpad, it is a full-blown up, down, left, right, double tap, single tap trackpad, unlike how these are right here, where you only can go side to side. So some extra function is included as well. But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Are you sold on these? Are you still up in the air at an $800 price point, more than double what you can get a second-gen Ray-Ban Wayfarers for? It's going to be a hard sell unless you're the right target audience. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.